I don't really play around with this program all that much. I played around with it for like a few days after I downloaded it, but it's really, compared to the other programs I'm used to using, between Blender and Sculptris and Google SketchUp, this program is very limited. But I figured, I did make some pretty cool stuff with this. I mean, it's very limited, but even with those limitations, I was able to make some cool stuff with it, and I'm just going to go through and show you pretty much all of them because there's not a whole lot here. Okay, this was the first thing that I made when I said to myself that I'd try to make something somewhat complicated. It's not very decent looking, I'll be perfectly honest with you, but it is, for this program and for it being pretty much the first time I tried to pick it up to make anything somewhat serious with it, it's okay looking. It's not as good as some of the other stuff that I've made with other programs, obviously, but just a little dinosaur snake looking thing. Alright, so moving on. Okay, so this right here, you've seen me build this one in one of my YouTube videos. If you haven't, then you can just look for it, I don't care. It's just a little, another little dinosaur thing. This one was made to look a bit more cartoony than the last one, with it, because I actually gave it sort of a face. It's not too bad. I think now we're going to start getting into some of the better ones that I've made. This one here, obviously, is Homer Simpson. It's actually kind of decent. I'm actually sort of impressed myself with this one. It's not great, but it's, it's decent. It's for this program. Dope. And this here is a dragon. For those of you who watch my videos, you've seen me make a couple of these in Sculptris, and they're actually pretty decent. Not brilliant, but decent. And this is pretty much the best I can do with this program for a dragon. I mean, it has a mouth and eyes and everything. I decided to give it some weird looking sort of feet, but that's okay. But yeah, it's just a little dragon thing. Ugh, I hate the way the eyes came out, but that's the best you can do with this freaking program. Not entirely terrible, I guess, but it's, yeah, I wouldn't use it for anything other than just to put it on DeviantArt or something like that. So yeah, and this is a weird insect-like thing. Yeah, it's not bad. It's the first time I tried playing with textures in this program, and it turned out not too terrible, I guess. Just came out looking like some kind of insect critter. Not too shabby at all. And you guys have seen me making this one on YouTube as well. Yeah, it's just a monster looking critter. I could have done better, I think, but it didn't come out too shabby. I could have probably chose a better texture though. But, oh well. Yeah, some kind of, I don't even know what it is. Lobster claws, insect-like mouth. What the hell's going on with the feet? Looks kind of weird. Could have made the bottom part of his torso a lot thinner and the upper part of it a lot thicker. Well, I don't know if you could do that with this program or not, to be honest with you. It doesn't work that way, sadly. Otherwise, that's probably exactly what I would have done. And here you also saw me build. It's a Stegosaurus sort of thing. Very cartoony Stegosaurus, but I don't really care. It's a Stegosaurus. What more do you want? Pretty much the best you can do with this program, at least the best that I can do with it. I have seen other people make some really incredible stuff with it, but I wouldn't have the patience to do that on this program, just because of all of its limitations. But there you have it. There's all of my 3D models that I've made with Microsoft's Paint 3D. You can make some cool stuff with it, although you can make even cooler stuff with other free 3D programs like Blender and Sculptris. In fact, I'd even argue that Sculptris is even easier to use. And SketchUp as well. Blender, boy, does that thing have a lot of features. Man. I mean, it's not as good as what the people in the movie industry make, but if you're just looking for small time stuff or for hobbies, Blender is perfect. With this, on the other hand, not so much.